Hi, guys, and welcome to This is your. Hold on. Ooh, that popped out for you. What are they telling you? This is going to be the timeless reading for the beautiful sign. Who are we up on? I believe that this is for Gemini, of course. You're already clicking on the thumbnail, but I'm like, wait, who am I doing? This is, of course, going to be Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Everything that you need is below in the description box, Gemini, for you and your collective. Let's go ahead and get started. The reason why I was like, ooh, and is because I do my pre-shuffle in between. Yes, I'm still old school like that. Especially if I'm doing a binge or I'm just doing like a marathon upload. Typically I space it out, allow myself to go through the energy. But because we lost some days, I'm trying to get everything up before the sun shifts because we have a lot going on. So with that being said, while I was in, mode for you, there was a couple cards that came out. But anyway, if you're new here with me, hello, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. If you're subscribed to the tribe, and what's good, fam bams, hello to my members. We are going to be taking a look at what they're not telling you for this Cancer season. As usual, what I do is I give you the most recent astrological. Well, I give you the moon energy. There's a lot of other things going on. If you're interested ever in your horoscope or anything else, all of that is on my website, on the blog. It is broken down between everything, career and love. The links are in the description box. However, from a moon perspective, when the sun or the moon, the super moon in Capricorn, that has taken place 3 days before, 3 days after, as the lingering effects took place on the 13th, it hits you, Gemini, in your 8th house. So that was, this is the house of other people's money. You have some stuff going on in that place. So deep, dark, everything is on your mind right now. I'm not going to necessarily get into that because these particular astrological influences could definitely affect both of you guys, okay? So the first thing that popped out was this dignified card. Dignified is a strength. When you hear an astrologer says such and such is dignified, blah, 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 or in its dignity. So there is a issue. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 talks about security. And 4 carries an energy, a vibration of structure, stability, and manifestation. So manifesting and dignity and so forth and so on is very strong right now between you and this individual. And 4 really talks about the stability and security of this relationship. So that seems to be on you guys' mind. We also have Libra. There's a balance. That's 7. Obviously, we have 4. Now we have 7. 7 typically carries reflection, assessment, or knowledge type of vibes. Also talks about choices. Balancing all of those type of energies is probably what you guys are working on independently or together, and just making sure that, or it could be obviously a Libra playing a significant role in either of your lives, or some of you guys have Libra in your chart. And then finally we have an opposition. So there was some type of confrontation, and that's another 8. Mastery, action, or accomplishment. So you were met with an opposition that had something to do with other people's money, how you contribute, Gemini, where you're placing your money, where you're placing that type of energy for you and this particular person. If you are not here as a coupled or connected Gemini romantically, then please go and check out your 5-card guidance for the month, okay? So then we do have that opposition, and we have another 8. So when I say another 8, the first 8, this energy is hitting you in your 8th house. Now we have an opposition, so it could be that you are not you're not vibing too well with the reflection of your 8th house right now. You are, I mean, if you see that this is a locking horns, this is a full-blown opposition. So, and what you're trying to master, what you are, what you are assessing, what action you need to take. You got met with some type of opposition. Just to be, give you one more, it's been Jupiter abundance is at the top of the deck, reflecting back. If you look at this, you can look at this in hell, for example, that we are talking about a five. Five is going to bring change and instability and conflict. So it could be directly, you are being directly, you're directly opposing some of the changes that have come into your life, Gemini, as a result of that. Let's go ahead and get into what they're not telling you. All right, what aren't they telling my Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? So looks like, there could be some balancing acts going on, and some things that have blocked the abundance. Okay. Well, we're leading with walking away from what no longer serves you. They're not telling you that they're struggling, possibly with either walking away or just leaving things alone. This is another eight. Are you connecting with a Scorpio? That is that eighth house. You could be connecting with a Scorpio. A Libra is here again. That is in this energy. Something needs to be balanced out, possibly with this person's emotions. Maybe they have a hard time with walking into their truth and being present in that truth. Maybe they like to hide. They like for things to, they feel more comfortable in the dark, which is terrible. If they haven't told you before, you are a wish. Wishes is fulfilled. This is also sensual pleasures. This indicates a wish being fulfilled, and this is how they look at you. I feel very much so that this individual has possibly placed a lot of their energy and their time into trying to hide just how happy you make them. You could definitely be connecting with someone who has a debilitated moon, a debilitated Venus, or maybe their communication falls. Okay. I know who those individuals are, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's these people. In the heart place, we're showing an ace of swords. So I think that with the back and forth, with the up and down, with that eight of cups also being the moon, Cancer is here somewhere. Cancer is the ruler of the fourth house, ruler of Cancer. Cancer, moon rules Cancer. But when I'm looking down at the moon, I know that that major arcana is for Pisces. So there's a water story here. There's been a lot of going back and forth with this individual Gemini. What do I show versus what I do not show? What do I show versus what I don't show? I don't want to show how I feel. It's an immaturity here. This states that after all of the struggle and strife, that it could be a very, very close possibility that this Ace of Swords is going to bring a new clarity and newfound truth to this situation, so you don't have to wonder what's going on. Gemini, you value yourself in speaking your truth, even if you come off like you're a know-it-all, because you guys, you can throw yourself into something and be committed for like 2 seconds and boom, you know everything. Shh, don't tell anybody. I got Jupiter, Gemini. I have a Jupiter in Gemini, so I understand. I have enough earth energy though to slow me down and balance it out. So check your own stats on that. But what I will say is that even if you get the bad rap of being full of it or full of crap or whatever, you are going to talk. And although that could be off-putting to some people who prefer solitude and holding their cards to their chest, it can be a problem in a relationship when someone does not speak and you do. I've been reading that narrative for you for a while that keeps coming up. So I want you to know. And so with this individual moving into an ace of swords, it's going to be great for you to finally uncover where they're coming from, and possibly you guys could grow this bond. But they're not telling you that they're really starting to come around into your way of thinking. It could be because you made them feel comfortable. However, this card contradicts that. Um, they don't feel comfortable with revealing their feelings, Gemini. When they do, they become combative. They turn into this this Knight of Swords, this individual that is brash and rude, and they could come off an individual who is not 100% in their emotions and can be emotionally immature, can tend to outwardly show their emotions this way. You probably have a lot of stops and starts. You probably have a lot of, I mean, when you put these two together, they're protecting their complicated ass emotions. You're definitely dealing with water. An individual who would rather keep it to themselves than tell you. I'm telling you, I don't understand that. If you want to get on my nerves, please do that. That is the stupidest thing, but I do know that it exists, of course, to watch a person suffer, to lead them under this impression when you know damn well you feel something different. You want me to bail out of jail, then do that, because that is going to and of course, I'm not going to jail, but I'm just saying, like, that is the most annoying and just it is despicable because at the end of the day, like, that's so wrong for a person to do that. It's just not fair. Let's fight fair. This person does not fight fair emotionally. And then their emotions end up coming out like this. Just missing the damn mark all the time, Gemini. And you're just like, you know what? What is going on? What else aren't they telling Gemini? Let's get into, okay, let's get into, so there's a deep spiritual connection here. This is possibly the reason why they're feeling like this, because there is a need to protect this relationship. They are extremely overprotective, possessive as well. They don't want to lose what they have with you, Gemini, and they just don't outwardly display that energy like this. They just don't. I'm just going to tell you, and I apologize in advance. They just do not. So that is the lovers, and you know that is one of your major arcanas as well. And so this is a deep spiritual connection. There's going to be a lot of truth here, a lot of transformative energy. They're quietly preparing on how they're going to come to you with this Four of Swords. This is also the Death card. So they're trying to change and get themselves together. This is another Scorpio reference. I'm feeling that. And then finally, there will be an offer. If you guys are riffing right now, going back and forth, going through some gnarly things, that is going to correct itself. And this is my offer. This is my reconciliation card. You guys are already together. I feel this is a connection. And there's that Jupiter abundance again that you guys are going to be going back to. And that is the card of, it looks like a 4. So that kind of goes back to your original number scheme that you had going on, okay? Your major arcana is Death and the Lovers and the Moon. Oh, put that in your mental Rolodex. The Moon, Death, and the Lovers card. Let's go ahead and get into these cards and find out what we're dealing with. Okay. Clarify the Moon. Love, yes, unconditional to that degree, unconditionally loving on you for real, for real. So, I mean, what can we say here? What can we say that already has not been said? That's what they're well, actually, they are going to be coming forward to say this. This is what they're hiding. If you look at what it's clarifying, they do have an unconditional love for you. And again, you do represent wish fulfillment in their life with this 9 of Cups. However, they need to make healthy choices. They need to be happier, being happier and loving life. They're deep and dark. They could have, if we're talking about Scorpio energy, we can have some repressed trauma. But this is what, and I'm loving all of these cups. You got the 8, the 9, the king, the 6. This is definitely, you're connecting with water. This is definitely a water story. All right, so they are looking at pictures missing you and they want to make new memories. That's going to be one of the things that comes forth in this Ace of Swords. If I said Ace of Pentacles, guys, I mean swords. New perspective, communication, breakthroughs, mental clarity. You got it. Also, what came out though was karmic relationship. So, resentments and triggers, exactly, perception, the intensity in letting go, the turmoil and the fleeting energy that they have. They don't want to let you know, but all of that, they're going to be telling you about a situation or something that's triggering them here. Their past or some things that they have went through, just to give you a newfound clarity, Gemini, of what they may be going through. But I told you, the reason why they're so possessive and they kind of have diarrhea of the mouth when it comes down to just spilling their feelings in the way that's a little uncomfortable for you, is because they really feel like you're their soulmate. They don't want to lose you. They just don't know how to control their emotions. They are aware of the deep spiritual connection here, and I believe you too. You are too, Gemini. I believe that you are too. I just think that you're more open into trying to figure things out, and they would rather withhold. Reminiscing, making memories has come up twice. You guys could be planning some type of trip, learning from the past. Again, that there's that word there with this ace of swords in the heart place. Perceptions, things that are going to come through, that's going to make sense. They are looking at pictures, but the camera represents them wanting to make, oh, hold on, more memories. All right. Lighthearted and finding out, adapting to change. This is what's clarifying my death card. They're quietly contemplating things coming to the light, and that's going to be what they tell you they feel that they've been holding back. I don't think it's Gemini, I love you. I think it's this is why I am the way that I am. When it's time to clarify my King of Cups, there's going to be an emotional truth, clarity, see, truth, revelations, honor, protection, and determination. So there's going to be the sword and the rose. I love this. I love it and I love it. What are your major arcanas? Quiz time. Your major arcanas is the moon. Your major arcana is death. Your major arcana, there was one more, hold on, the lovers. Okay, you take those and find out what they mean, and you'll see where I have gotten my information from. At the end of the day, I believe that what they're not telling you is that what they haven't told you, in addition to what they haven't told you, I mean, they haven't told you, what they haven't told you is what they're, this karmic, what they, this here. They've been in relationships that have not served them, and they've really been done wrong in the past. They don't like to talk about it because of the repressed trauma that they're having. Let's find out what the angel answers feel. Yes, choose a new direction. The very first thing that popped in your head when you saw that. They are transforming into a more open individual. We have don't stop. The first thing that popped in your head when you saw that. I hope nothing fell because I have no idea what could have fallen. Um, And then we have no. At the top of the deck, get more information. You are going to get more information, as a matter of fact. But if that means something else to you, Gemini, then only you will know. They want to start making healthy choices and really put themselves in a position where they bring clarity and truth to this situation. It's probably going to be something we saw shock revealing. It wasn't like the word shock, but You guys are just opposite. You lock horns because they would, and there was a confrontation. And I believe that confrontation is going to bring a more balance and more strength into this relationship. That's what they're not telling you. And ultimately, they don't want to let you go because they want to continue to grow this relationship with you, Jim. They don't want to, squander it all because they're too much, they're too afraid to, show you the depths of them. But eighth house is what you were dealing with. So this confrontation could have taken place in the last 3 days, 3 days before, 3 days after the 13th. But we do have other things coming up. So thank you so much. Like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. I just want to say, Gemini, that you are done for Cancer season. You have all of your videos up. I am completely done with you. Please go check on or catch up and binge watch the rest of the relationships, the rest of the videos if you have not watched them all. Um, Also, I want you to know that, let's see, I haven't pulled that yet, but what I was going to say is that go and binge watch. Make sure that you watch for your sun, your moon, your rising. If you're adventurous and you want to know what your person is going through, watch for their sun, moon, and rising. And sometimes they go together like a hand and glove. I don't know what's going to be said. I just tell you what I see and what I feel. So you are done for Cancer season. I will see you next time in Leo season. If you are interested in booking at the $25 days, this is the first month we're going to be doing it, and we're going to do it through the end of the year. And that link is available if you are looking to have a condensed version for a heavily discounted price. That link is below, and I look forward to connecting with you. Bye, Gemini.